Yo YouTube, this is DFishFan, bringing you another cards not to forget. So let's get on with it. I'm going to try and make this one as quick as possible. Maybe not elaborate as much as I want, but if you have any questions, feel free to message me. Alright, first one we got Maharagi. It's a level 4 Earth 1700 defense. It's an old ass card from Legacy of Darkness. So it's a spirit monster, so that means it returns to your hand at the end phase, but that actually might come in handy. It's a 1200 beater, so it's not terrible, you know, if you're going to pierce some damage, you know, stuff like that. But the main reason why I like it a lot recently, I just found out, I just discovered it, when it's normal summon, flip summoned, or flipped face up, so you know, even if they crash into it, and let's say it doesn't get, or even if it does get destroyed, but anyways, before your next draw phase, you get to look at the card. So like for example in Gravekeepers, you get to look at the card. Let's say it's late game, you know, Royal Tribute would be completely dead, which happens sometimes. So I put it in either the top or bottom of the deck, and then continue with my draw phase. So like instead of a dead Royal Tribute, you know, I get a Gravekeeper Spy. So that's just a scenario for you, and I like it a lot. It's pretty fun, definitely not expected, and if you can protect it, which, you know, with a lot of back row you shouldn't be that hard, if you can protect it, it keeps on bouncing every turn, and you get like a pot of duality, or at least a choice, to avoid some dead draws before every draw phase. Alright, so let's move on to the second one. This one is called Tyrant's Throws, I'm assuming. Alright, it's a continuous trap, activated by tributing 2 normal monsters that aren't tokens. Neither player can normal or special summon effect monsters. That is pretty crazy. Now the cost is pretty high. I mean, 2 normal monsters. If you're running Rabbit, it's obviously too inconsistent to run because, you know, they only run 6 as it is, so you'd have to have 1/3 of your normal monsters on the field already and not have exceeded. Not realistic, but you know, if there's a way to bring out normal monsters consistently, or if you run a normal deck, this is pretty damn gross. I mean, it's a continuous trap, so as long as it's on the field, your opponent cannot special or normal affect monsters, so they can just set it. That's pretty ridiculous advantage, you know, that shuts down almost any deck I can think of. So it's pretty ridiculous. Definitely a great effect for a card that's hard to use. Next up we got Genix Ally Power Cell. So what this does is it boosts all monsters that are the same attribute, so it starts out as dark, pretty common, by 500. So it's kind of like an instant booster, level 4, 1700 attack already. It doesn't increase itself obviously, but that's pretty damn good. You know, we got some cards like Doom Cow, who's seeing a lot more action, probably more after the World Qualifiers, and let me see, what other, Black Wings. There's a bunch of dark cards, dark beaters that you can think of. So yeah, I can definitely see this seeing some play in the future. You know, maybe there's a deck where the darks are just a little bit too weak, but they have great effects. You know, plus 500 for all of them is pretty damn good. So yeah. Alright, next up, Tribe Shocking Virus. Now I know when this card got announced, a lot of people talked about it because they thought it was going to be like a poor man's Tribe Infecting Virus, which of course it is, but a lot of people discredited it, including myself. I thought it was completely garbage. But if you look at the effect, it says once per turn you can banish 1 monster from your hand, destroy all face-up monsters on the field with the same type as that monster. So it's a 1700 beater right there, so you know it's going to stay on the field for a while. And if you're going against a mirror match, this could really change the fucking game. You know, you got a monster, let's say like you ditch Power Cell, you know, in a mirror match it could, you know, maybe your opponent has three machine type monsters. That's a 1 for 3. That's pretty damn good. So, and you still have the monster on the field. So I mean, I could definitely see this getting play in mirror match. Yeah, I just think it's a little bit better than people thought. Obviously not as good as Tribe Infecting Virus, but there's a reason for that, and that's because Tribe's banned, and this one's not. Alright. last but not least, we have the selection. It's kind of like a little story behind this. Last week at locals, I had to play a kid in the last round who hadn't, he never really done well in a tournament before, and he made it all the way to the finals. This is one of his secret techs, and everyone was, it was definitely putting in work, I'll just say that. Definitely caught people off guard, He ran a Dark Worlds, so like anytime someone summoned a Dark Monster, he would play the selection, because he didn't have Solemn Warnings. And he only paid 1,000 life points and negated the summon with a counter trap. So this one, once again, going back to like Tribe Shocking's ability, definitely I can see it being used during a mirror match. If you're most likely to have the same type on the field, or if they're like pushing for game or something and they try to exceed for a monster and they just selection it. So yeah, I definitely like that. So yeah, thanks to you guys for watching. Wasn't as quick as I had wanted. Never seems to be. But yeah, cards not to forget. Do not forget.